Okay, time to lie down again. Oof.
Look at Zoe. Look at Zoe. Look at Zoe's hand. I don't have finger. That is my finger.
On the way. Yeah, specially prepared for you.
Daddy finger, daddy finger, where are you?
Here I am. Here I am.
Sandpit.
Sandpit and a water clay now. Okay. The doctor that delivered Zoe said that it was Harlequin Ichthyosis. Count on the 10.
3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6,
In his own words, he said that he had never seen such a case in all his career. 11.
11, 12.
The bathing process takes about 2 hours.
But where's that?
You tell me. I think the most important thing is that she needs to be soaked in water that's of a temperature that's comfortable for her, and she has to be soaked in bath oil. Her skin cannot take soap. Thank you. Because of her skin condition, we need to make sure that whatever skin is regrowing, the old skin, you have to help to exfoliate it so that the new skin, when it grows and sheds, they don't clump together and then create fissures and other kind of uncomfortable stuff for her. Come, let's do your hair for a while. You have to do your hair. You have to do your hair, okay? Do your hair. She dislikes the part of the washing of her hair, and she starts to really protest and then starts to fight it. Okay, relax. Lie down, please. Thank you. Oh dear, still so much skin on your arm. Okay, here, let it. That's all. Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all. That's all, sweetheart. But that one is really necessary because if the scalp is not sufficiently soaked and you don't massage it enough, the skin will just kick and just get very dry and very hard, and you will actually see cracks at the scalp layer. I'm so sorry. The bathing part is actually the most crucial part of the skin care management because this is when the dead skin really gets to come off in a very comfortable way and the new skin can kind of breathe. Thank you. Uh-oh. While I was waiting for her arrival, I mean, it was just like the other two older children because they were all under cesarean. So I was actually all in scrubs and waiting to go in and with the camera to take some photographs. And then someone came along and said, "Oh, you don't have to be here. You have to wait upstairs, just outside the nursery." So I thought that was a bit strange. I went up to wait, and then one of the staff came over and she said, "Don't be shocked, okay? Yeah, don't be shocked." I paused for a while. Okay, no, I wouldn't be shocked. It's my daughter. So I went in and I saw Zoe lying down. I looked and I said, "Oh, that is very unexpected." Jesus, your peace. Jesus, your hand. If there was any astonishment or surprise, I recovered from it very quickly. So my first thought was actually, "Oh dear, how is she feeling?" Because she looked quite dry and she was under very strong hot light. So she was just left there without any swaddling, and she looked very alone. Sweet dreams. So I wanted her to know that there's someone familiar and close by, nearby. So I kind of touched a little bit, and then I sang to her. I talked to her. I told her, Zoe, Papa is here.
Ichthyosis is a skin condition whereby patients present with scaly, dry skin. It came from a Greek word that means fish scales or fish skin. It can be a very mild condition like ichthyosis vulgaris, which is seen in a lot of patients. Patients present with dry skin on the legs from about early childhood to teenage years, and they have it almost throughout their lives. Of course, there are more severe types of ichthyosis. One example is congenital ichthyosis, whereby patients present with very thick scales from birth, and this can affect their livelihood. Some patients can even die from it. Zoe, she was born with a very, very thick casing over her skin. However, if she was born, let's say 20 years ago, she probably would not have made it through infancy. In the past, we used to call very severe ichthyosis Harlequin fetus, and these babies never made it past the first few weeks of life because of the thick covering on their skin. So they died because of breathing issues, dehydration, infections.
Being in my 20s means actually having to be an adult, having to take a little bit more responsibility for my health, my well-being, my life. There's also a little bit of fear. There's a little bit of fear of not knowing what happens, because people with my condition, Harlequin Ichthyosis, the oldest person is about 35, and for me, being 26, there's a little bit of a fear of how long have I got left? Right foot forward, look up and stretch, smile if you like. Position 10, bring your left foot forward. Having Harlequin Ichthyosis, it means I have to take a lot more care than the average person. So slightly raise your chest up, come back into downward facing dog. My skin multiplies much faster overnight. I need to take more care of my skin. I need to cream more. I need to hydrate more. I need to take more care of my overall body because, for example, in this weather in Hong Kong at the moment, it's summer, so it's very, very hot. And unfortunately, my sweat glands aren't as open as most people, so I can't sweat properly, so I will overheat. So I have to be very careful about that. So Harlequin Ichthyosis is a condition where you have to be very careful and you have to take everything day by day. If I don't apply enough cream, then my skin does get very tight and it is susceptible to cracks and infections and wounds. Hey Lauren, how are you?
I'm well, Mui. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Are you?
Kind of. I'm a little bit sore. Remember the lumps and stuff on my knees?
Yes.
Like they haven't
Yes.
exactly been healing as quick as I thought they would.
I think if I had to say from when I saw it last week, I think it's more that there's only so much that your body can fight at one time.
Yeah.
So people like yourself are at serious risk of infection because your reserve isn't as strong.
Oh my gosh, it's very, very easy to get an infection. Anything from, little wounds, sometimes at night if I got a fever. Is it because it's so hot outside or is it because there's an infection inside my body?
Take care, follow all the rules.
Of course I will. See you soon.
Okay.
好，不要紧了，掉了不要紧，没关
What's
系。
that?
快快吃，吃好吃的。 Amen。哇，开心真棒呀！好开心哦，开心吗？那你没有讲好开心啊？好吃吗？
When Zoe was born, because she was a term baby, the constriction around the wrists and the ankles are particularly tight because the skin really forms a lot around it. This constriction has been happening too long in the womb, so it compromised the flow of blood. When she came out, they were black actually. It was necrotic. Doctor confirmed that. Zoe.
Yes, Papa.
Eating rice?
这样，慢慢来。
Is it delicious?
太大个了。
Unfortunately, the hands couldn't be saved, so they fell off on their own within the first week in the hospital. And when they fell off, I think there's nothing much to think about it. We just move on, we just progress on, and we just go on, and then we learn how to adapt ourselves along the way.
好棒呀！ 好了，今天玩什么呀？姐姐来，你先走。可以走，姐姐在那边了。你要上来，来抱你上来。
Normally, children outside, when they see her, they will stop and just look for a while longer. Some children will say, "Oh, she's so ugly," or some will say, "She's so smelly."
帅的。奶奶好一定要。OK。OK 啦，塞咗啦，你有咩？塞啦。
Zoe has Harlequin Ichthyosis.
What is Harlequin Ichthyosis?
Harlequin Ichthyosis is like when the skin falls out very quickly in big flakes, bigger than us. And then when the skin is very red. So we need to oil her. It looks very different and I don't know what kind of skin she has. And then her fingers also drop off and I don't know why her ones drop off, and I don't like that to happen to my baby sister. At first I felt sad for Zoe because she had no fingers. But then after that I felt happy because her hands were on the way. Yeah.
What do you mean on the way?
Like coming to her lah. Then they're slowly growing.
Her hands are growing.
Slowly. Her fingers are growing slowly. Very, very slowly.
上了再扶。OK balance， 保持平衡，保持平衡。好了，小心啊，扶住，扶住。耶，扶住啊！对了，扶住。
Do I worry about her self-image as she grows up? Well, in order for me not to worry, I have to address self-valuing, self-image at this point in time. And I always tell her that she's a pretty girl. And she just says, I don't think she understands the meaning of the word pretty, but I go, pretty girl, I say you're beautiful. And I think through her interaction with her own siblings, she understands that acceptance and that love, and it's got nothing to do with physical appearance. So I have my hopes, I have my dreams for both her skin condition as well as for her hands. So while I hold on to those hopes, I live in the present and I just make the present as livable, as enjoyable, as joyful as I can.
Look at me, I'm flying.
I'm climbing.
I'm flying.
好了，抓住，抓住，抓住，哇，扶住，好。
Hello.
To our darling little baby, we're so excited about your arrival. You truly are a gift from Allah to us. Mama had some complications, but you're hanging in there. You're a very strong and determined baby. We're growing bigger and bigger every day. Dear friends and family, please join us in welcoming the newest member of our family, Aliya, Shanaz Krabel. Aliya was born on Tuesday, September 13th. She weighed 2.5 kg and was 47 centimeters long. Aliya was born over 4 weeks premature, but it's nevertheless good size. However, she was born with a rare skin disorder, which required her to remain in ICU. Despite this, Aliya is being a trooper and improving daily. We hope to bring Aliya home next week. Aliya's arrival was very dramatic. We may have a future diva here. She decided to arrive soon after her father's plane landed in Singapore. Please give her your love and prayer that she grows up to be healthy and happy. Best regards, Robin the Ring. So when I held her, she was wrapped up, and I could see she had this sort of a thick, sort of a shell kind of skin on her. Really, from then on, I kind of slowly uncovered her, and I saw that a lot of things didn't develop, and I knew it was going to be her and me. It's going to be a journey, and I just felt, this incredible love. And, the fact that, she came to me because I'm a fighter, and I was going to fight for her.
Oh my God, I don't know how to draw this. Sounds like...
Oh, is that a lobster?
This was the Hollywood sign.
Okay, well.
So having ichthyosis means that my skin is always dry, so I have to put lotion on it very frequently. And sometimes my skin might feel a bit tight, so I'll put more lotion and that'll make it feel better. I guess when I was younger, I used to wonder why my skin is different and stuff, but now I just understand now and I've accepted it, and I'm fine with my skin being different. A chef.
Oh, what?
Even before she could actually realize, the social side and the impact of it, I think it was really hard on me. People can be very cruel. When I remember after she was born, comments I would hear from strangers. Oh yeah, look at that. The mother must have done drugs. Oh, she must have been drinking when she was pregnant. So a lot of it sort of was aimed at me. So I think what that made me was, I guess, even more defiant about kind of putting her out there. So it became really my crusade, that I'm going to have her out there. So I remember when she was 6 months old, I just put her in a school, in a Chinese school. I think that just putting her out there and creating this opportunity for people to be educated, but at the same time slowly embracing her.
I've always known that I look different because, even when I was younger, my parents or, anyone would take me to the playground. I knew I would look different. When I was in school, I found it very difficult to make friends because I didn't know who to trust. And even more so when I was being cyberbullied, because one of them that I know of was traced to my school. For me, it was all about trust, and I couldn't trust anyone, even if they were being nice to me. As a consequence of that, I became quite isolated. I'm less isolated now, but it's taken me a long time for me to feel confident talking to people, socializing with people.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
It's just so hot today.
Ow, that's good.
This is my first time coming here actually, so
Really?
yeah.
Anything good?
Actually, there's so many choices. There's not hard to choose.
Well, we're not eating much.
Yeah, I know.
We're poor, remember? Well, I met Jennifer when I was working a few years ago. The very first time I met her, I thought she was being really rude because she wasn't replying until somebody mentioned that she had a hearing impairment. And then I'm going to let you pick.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to let you pick.
Okay, let's go for maybe it may disappoint you.
I may be disappointed. It's all good. We're really good friends. And I think that is probably because we both, in some way, shape or form, both have special needs, so we both understand each other. So, how was the haircut?
Oh, it was really good actually.
Yep.
I said I need to come in to do some like menu haircut because it's been very hot these 3 days.
You don't look any different. Even though most of our conversations don't revolve around having special needs, it's still nice to have somebody who understands a little bit of what I'm going through. So you know, today, just coming here, there were like so many people who were staring at me again. And like, I just really, I don't know, I just get really upset and really annoyed.
I would feel the same for you too as well.
I just feel so insecure.
Yeah.
But I think that we just got to educate more people.
Yes.
Cái trường hợp mà các bé mà sinh ra mà bị bỏ rơi á rất là nhiều. Một trong những lý do là sanh nó ra nó bị dị tật bẩm sinh đi thì lại cũng không nuôi nấng nó, lại bỏ. Có rất là nhiều em, rất là nhiều. Đôi khi có những gia đình người ta kém hiểu biết, người ta không có học vấn, người ta cũng không đến phường xã để người ta trình báo cái trường hợp của con mình như thế, hoặc là đưa đến bệnh viện vì người ta không có điều kiện. Có rất là nhiều. Bích ơi, mẹ đâu hả? Mẹ đâu? Chứ ngon quá. Bông ha. Ui ngon quá, hả miệng ra con. Ngon quá. Thì thường chị sẽ đi thăm những cái máy ấm, những cái trung tâm đó thì chị sẽ vận động mạnh thường quân, rồi gom tiền lại chị mua sữa, mua bánh, mua kẹo đồ này nọ, trái cây đồ để đi thăm những cái bé mà khuyết tật mà ở trong máy ấm đồ đó. Ý quá. Đây con. Thì hôm đó chị đi vô thăm và chị vô tình chị gặp bé Bích và chị nhìn con mà chị giống như là mình không cầm được nước mắt, mình rớt nước mắt. Xong mình thấy gì tội quá vậy, bé xíu mà da thì nó đỏ, người nó đỏ tấy hết trơn mà da thì nó sững lên giống như con cá mà mình thảy vô cái nồi dầu mà mình chiên mà nó sựng lên những cái vảy vậy đó. Rồi con gãi, con ngứa ngái vậy nè. Sau khi thấy con á, là chị tìm hiểu coi tại sao mà ba mẹ bé lại bỏ bé như vậy ha, rồi ba mẹ bé ở đâu. Nhưng mà khi mà ba mẹ bé bỏ bé ở trên bệnh viện thì họ cũng đã dọn nhà đi luôn rồi. Thì chị nghe lón xón là 1-2 người biết là ở cũng gần, cũng ở địa phương này. Nhưng mà khi mà sanh bé ra đó, mẹ bé hốt hoảng, rất là sợ, không dám cho bú luôn. Nhìn nó như là một quái vật vậy đó. Cả làng cả xóm ai cũng đồn là con nhỏ này nó sanh ra con quái vật. Ai cũng không dám đến gần con hết trơn. Tội lắm.
Chăm sóc cháu rất là khó em. Tại vì đụng tới là em nó khóc. Nó không chịu ăn mà uống sữa cũng khó. Nói chung là đụng tới cái da nó là nó rướm máu á. Da nó khi mà nó bị bỏ rơi ở bên ngoài rồi, trước khi về nhà với mình á là nó bị khô. Rồi cái nó nứt nở, tay chân nứt nở, tươm máu hết. Cho nên là tắm cho các em nó mà mình thấy mình cũng xót nữa. Thấy nó chảy máu á, mình xót mình sợ nó đau á. Chăm sóc em nó khó lắm. Ăn uống gì cũng khó, bây giờ là nói chung là nó giảm rất là nhiều. Đỡ lắm rồi.
Yeah. Yeah. Thì bác sĩ ở Việt Nam á ít có bao giờ gặp cái ca này lắm. Dài mau lên. Không biết có lẽ là chị với nó có một nhân duyên gì đó. Sau khi chị thấy con và chị quyết định chị muốn cứu con và giúp con.
Mẹ đợi nó đẹp lên nha.
Nhìn thấy đứt ruột lắm. Mà khi chị bước ra khỏi cửa là ánh mắt con cứ nhìn theo chị hoài luôn. Mà tới về nhà chị cũng không quên được nữa. Chị cứ ám ảnh vậy hoài. Thế thì chị mới nói chuyện với nhà báo á, là thôi thì giờ mình đưa con ra ngoài đặng để kêu gọi, đặng để giúp con đi. Chứ bây giờ nếu mà trường hợp ở đây không được thì mình sẽ đưa sang nước ngoài thử coi nếu con có nhân duyên được như vậy.
Giỏi luôn đó nghe, con gái này giỏi quá.
Ngoc Bich was in pretty bad shape when we first saw her. You know, her skin condition was quite poor and she wasn't growing, she wasn't developing well. And my heart really went out to her and we really, really wanted to help her. Last time,
yeah.
She's still taking the medicine, the acetylcholine?
Yes.
Yeah. Every day,
same dose,
right? Same dose, right? And then she doesn't complain of pain or anything.
Khi tối á, trước khi ngủ thì con nó lăn.
Yeah, it's like daytime, because you know, the child playing, so she forgot about the itchiness. But at night, she's in the backyard.
Okay, so a bit of itch at night. Okay, so I think the medicine is quite good. Actually, her hands also looks not so thick already.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
So now does she have a regular nanny? No?
Basically, for cream plus medicine, we taken care by a nurse.
So she
they
has
have
a
nurse.
full-time nurse taking care of her.
Yes.
Wow, okay, that's quite good. So we got in touch with the Ichthyosis Foundation in the US. They managed to find a family that may be interested to adopt her. I think she needs to find a family that is willing to take her in, to adopt her. Even though the home has, you know, in the last few months taken care of her very well, you know, I think it will be a big benefit for her if a family takes her in, is able to care for her, to apply the creams, to moisturize her every 2 to 3 hours, to give her her medications, and to really help her to grow and to develop like a normal child.
So any child who is abandoned, the biggest issue is that they have to look after themselves. Even when they're 1 or 2 years of age, they will still be trying to control their environment because nobody else is there.
No, I don't intend to be out.
Rest, I think.
Yeah.
We met Mui when she was 1.5, and Tina's commitment grew rapidly from there, even though we had no intention of adopting.
Pomelo. Pomelo, Sego, which Daddy does.
We thought it'd be a bit of fun to do a bit of volunteering.
Yeah, so I decided that we could do some weekend fostering.
And they introduced us to Mui by a photograph.
So when we arrived, what I was so drawn to were the determination in her eyes. We just saw this fire, this spirit.
We had a choice: either we could step forward and adopt, or we could walk away. So it wasn't really a thought-through process because we never had that time to reflect. We were dealing with realities that were changing literally day to day. And her health was changing day to day and week to week.
So we were completely unprepared and we were very young. We wanted to save money to have our birth family in Australia. So basically we gave up on those dreams and had a new one.
Are you doing anything tomorrow, or are you going to take it easy?
I think I'm going to try and take it easy.
Yeah.
Not sure yet.
Right.
I might actually
Mui needed love. She needed somebody who cared for her 24 hours a day. She needed to know that we would be there all the time, and that we were not going to go away, we were not going to leave her regardless to what happened. So it's hot. The humidity doesn't help.
No.
For us, it was just important to give Mui an as normal childhood as possible and focus on what she could do and not what she couldn't do.
But what's the instrument?
It's the long Chinese instrument with the
Strings?
With the strings.
Is it the guzheng?
The guzheng.
Guzheng, that's right. Yeah.
My parents have always brought me out. They've always, included me in everything. They've never hidden me away.
We studied Cantonese with a woman down the road there.
They made a really conscious effort to make sure I had fun, that I enjoyed life, because they didn't know how long I had. They didn't know if that year would be my last year.
Me too.
Oh, too tall. Too tall. When she was born, I asked my parents, do you want to see pictures of Zoe? I did inform them of the diagnosis, so I think my dad did his own reading up, so he was a bit reluctant to see it himself. My mom, she said, yeah, send the photos so that we can pray for her.
在哪哈？你看到他这样又痒又不会说，那么如果他再抓的话，就是会流血的，有的部分会流血的，所以要很小心的看着他。那么那个时候就是说，哎呀，为什么会这样？每次都有一个问题是会说，哎呦，如果不是这样有多好，会这样想，会这样的。可是接着下去就告诉自己了，凡事都有一个答案的，不用担心。好了，你可以拿了。其实不会说担心他，而是说怎么样去帮助他，在养像他的身体，还有他的食物的营养这方面，尽量照顾到他的需要。这样学习啊、智能方面啊，就是一直要跟他讲话，给他听到更多的话语啊、语言啊、词汇之类的了。奶奶你好，你好，可心，你很棒。因为我们在看他的成长过程，发现他是一个很聪明的孩子。其实他是带给我很多喜乐和那种时光哦，跟他接触的时候，哇，真的很开心。
We definitely worried about whether she'd be able to experience a normal life in a lot of ways, whether that's social or physical. You know, she has constraints. I mean, she definitely has constraints. There are things she can't do or she doesn't do.
We had the concern, but I think we never said it to her. Like even with swimming, right? We just didn't know how her skin will react, but we just threw her in.
All right, here we go. Clean your legs, okay?
When people try to tell her like, oh, you shouldn't do this, like maybe you shouldn't do this activity, it probably isn't good for your skin, she doesn't like sit there and pout about it or be sad about it. Instead, she just kind of finds a way around it and finds a way to still do the things she loves doing. Like she doesn't let it control her life, which is something that I really admire.
Nice, Aliya.
When you're just doing sports, you feel so like energetic and like happy because you're like running around and stuff. The hardest part is that it holds me back sometimes from doing things. Like, for example, if I'm hanging out with my friends and we're like going out in the sun or something, I'll have to be like, oh, can we go back inside? It's like getting kind of hot. Or if I'm on like a school trip, I have to make sure to bring like extra lotions and ice packs so I don't get overheated. Well, I'm always excited to start school just to see my new friends and like meet my new teachers and all that. Sometimes I am a bit nervous to like meet the new kids, but my mom like makes sure that the school sends out an email to like let the new kids know about my condition. If my friends from last year like left, sometimes really hard because They're like the people that I was with last year, so I have to make like new friends and stuff.
When she was in grade 1, she would go into the clinic several times a day to moisturize. Now she does that herself. So it's somewhat gotten easier, but sports and how she deals with overheating is a constant issue. Where she's going to moisturize continues to be an issue, and she's getting to be a teenager. So there's a different set of social issues that are potentially on the horizon. And that's maybe the biggest unknown now.
People like Zoe shouldn't hide, but should go out more often. I bring Zoe out as and when I can, because simply like taking the bus, taking the train, walking, yeah, I think she likes all these. And I think I want to let her see the world around, let her experience new things, play.
What are you doing, Zoe?
Making the sand pit.
Sand pit?
Zoe is quite cautious, she's quite shy, so she doesn't interact with people she's unfamiliar with. It takes quite a while.
May I have?
May I have?
May I have?
But then if, let's say, a little children that she's familiar with come and play with her, she tends to take the lead and tells people how to play.
Okay, there you go.
I think a lot of parents are very afraid that their children will suffer rejection, but I think this rejection happens because people are not used to seeing them.
All right, take a picture. Yay!
I think the children themselves, I mean, help them basically appreciate diversity or realize that, oh, things that are different might not be that scary.
And I remember just spending a lot of time reading about how to create confidence for children who have special needs. And it just kept on coming up, article after article about horses.
When you're with the horse, it's like weird. They can kind of sense how you're feeling. If you're like mad at the horse, they'll like feel that and they won't like want to go near you. So you feel happy, like if you're like stroking the horse or just like grooming the horse, it's just, they're so like friendly and like, it's like they're a big dog or something.
Well, she loves the horses, so they must know that.
Yeah. But they're also like super powerful. They're like so fast and they can do like so many things that it's just so cool.
Talk about horses as healers. I mean, it's unbelievable. You are being able to control something that is so large, right? And I think for these children, when they are not being able to control something in their body, being able to control something else, it's a huge boost in confidence.
Hai đứa mà sao được con nhỏ của em nó rô sữa quá trời. Nó sữa sữa mặt con do à. Kìa, hai. Cho nó ngồi xuống. Rồi. Rồi hai đứa. Rồi. Vít.
I think a lot of would-be parents will probably be afraid of the challenge of having to care for a child with severe ichthyosis. You know, it's really a 24/7 care for the child, not just feeding, but also taking care of the skin and giving medications on a regular basis. So I think those will pose a challenge to would-be parents.
Nè, đó ngoắt liền nè, Bích nè, mua đồ chơi của con nha. Ồ, cái này phải không? Tại vấn đề là bây giờ chị sinh con mang về nhà để nuôi con như một đứa con thực sự của mình thì nó hơi khó, lý do là công việc của chị, rồi đôi khi chị đi tới đi lui thì chị cũng không có được toàn tâm toàn ý chăm con như thế, giống như chị đang có một đứa con và chị đang gửi ở trung tâm. Đó, đập lên. Anh Hiền là ngước lên, má thấy con coi. Ngước lên thấy mặt dễ thương rồi. Dội quá Quy ơi, dội quá. Nghe.
Any child will benefit from having parents. Any kid is going to do better.
Một đứa nó không có chịu ăn.
No idea what they are actually.
Mui's health improved enormously from being at home rather than being in hospitals or institutions. So the love that can come from a mother and hopefully from a father offers that opportunity and stability and strength of trust.
My parents have always been there, every step of the way. I mean, I know that a lot of kids, they grow up, and after a certain age they go and they leave home. But my parents have always been there, and they've been there from day one.
Have the shirts. You just put the signature on, and maybe we can write the girl behind the face. On the home, it's now putting there. We'll say you're inspirational. And Johnny Depp, when he's making the point about the fact that it's not easy for parents.
Yeah.
And you in your rugby kit.
That's at the Sevens with the Welsh team.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Oh, that was in China Club.
Yeah.
That's when we did one of the talks, and that's the school talk as well.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Because of the girl behind the face, we want to share that just because people look different, that doesn't mean that they are any less of a person. And I hope that by sharing our story, we can show people that just because we look different doesn't mean that we are any uglier or any prettier.
Wow, this is good.
Some of these conditions are so rare that there's very little information or correct information that parents can get, just by reading. So I think it's important that if they are able to see another child with the same condition growing up and how they are treated and how they have improved, I think that does help these new parents to understand the condition better and to better bring up their children. And they're able to support each other, find out problems with the condition and share with each other how to deal with some of these problems. And I think that's very important, especially for patients with these really rare skin conditions.
I can. Yeah.
Teach music.
Oh yeah, he's a musician.
Well, I already see that Zoe's really strong and she's really independent. I would tell Zoe to just not compare herself to others because she's really pretty and she's so cute, and I wouldn't want her to grow up feeling ashamed of who she was.
Yeah, Zoe.
Hey, Zoe, here.
Beauty is not in the appearance, but beauty is in the design. And its ability to achieve its function in a very unique way. It's not your surface kind of what looks nice, what appears nice. It's a lot deeper than that.
Beauty is something that touches the soul. So it can be a moment, it can be a person, it can be a thing, and you can feel it.
In a world that's got so many different perceptions of what is beautiful and what is not beautiful, I am who I am. And if people can't see that beauty is not just visual, then that's their problem.
All right, you try on your own, all right?
Be very careful. I think Zoe is very beautiful. I mean, if you just interact with her, you just speak with her, after a while, I think all you see is just a little girl that's inside. There's so much life inside, there's so much excitement, there's so much joy, there's so much beauty.
The second one gets 2 kisses.
My 3 children, I mean, I couldn't ask for any one of them to be different. I think they're all so beautiful in their own way.
You want 3 kisses, Zoe?